for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. And they will watch this one land in the end zone. That'll be a touchback. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Down at the 28-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. A first carry for the former Falcon, Tevin Coleman, able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Shreds the tackle. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory.
Coleman, the ball carrier.
nika007's Coleman up to make the tackle.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. Now it's Carson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Chris Carson.
Fletcher Cox there for the tackle.
Made at the 21-yard
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
On second down now, it's Carson, and he's going to take this close to the first down marker as he stopped at the Eagles 16. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now a guy who missed the last 2 full seasons, it's Jerick McKinnon. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
Ball on the 8, 2nd and 2. They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert, and he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That play gets them 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Tevin Coleman, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Niners 7, Eagles nothing.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. First carry for Darius Geis. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
This is 3rd down.
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. Shotgun now for Wentz. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8.
Eagles.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 39-yard line.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Niners 7, Eagles nothing.
2nd and 11. They'll hand it down to Geis. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Gets this one to Joshua Perkins. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 38-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down.
First down.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Geis. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Geis with the carry on 2nd down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
Brings up 3rd down.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Wentz. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked there by nika007. And this one will be brought back to the 22. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Brought down by Nate Gary.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
He was brought down at the 12.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. He finds McKinnon, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 for the Niners there and a first down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Check, watch 54, watch 54. Hurt. Watch the twist, watch the twist. Kill.
They'll run on first down. Carson. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. But you talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. An opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2.
8 yards.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
On On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Credit the tackle to Darius Slay.
1 yard gain. Brings up
on 2nd down, Mostert.
At the Eagles' 24.
Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. On the handoff, this is Mostert. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 31, Wentz. And complete to Zach Ertz. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give them 14 on that one and a 1st down.
Philadelphia.
Wentz now on 1st down. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. The Pro Bowl tight end Zach Ertz, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Working from the gun, Wentz. Deep ball for Goodwin. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Marquise Goodwin in the final seconds of the 1st half. And the Eagles have cut it back within a score. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played.
At their own 25-yard line.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. Throwing is Eason. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. Philip Dorsett, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 20.
2nd and 10. The final shot before break. Eason, he's going to air it out for Dorsett. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this 1st half of action. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
For San Francisco.
It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this 3rd quarter. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football then.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or they want to take the big strike and go after it right now.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Second down and 8. Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now a play fake. Wentz. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down.
Incomplete.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face. Coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
At their own 29-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. 2nd and 4. Once again, it's Mostert. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
That's a gain of 3.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down. On first down, it's Carson. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. The Pro Bowler Fletcher Cox there to get him down.
It's a gain of...
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Working with 2nd and 5 now. They run again with Carson. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Eason going to throw it out of the shotgun. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills. Past the 20. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles.
Well, it certainly looked to me like he tapped into the quarterback's thought process there. And what I'm hearing more and more when I go around the league, defenders sitting in on quarterback meetings trying to learn more about how they think so they can be in the right position to be in the right spot, as he was there to pick that one off and take it all the way back for a touchdown.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Second and 10 here as we roll along in quarter number 3 from Santa Clara.
47.
To throw again. Eason. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 13, it's a first down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38. From the gun, they will run with McKinnon. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Brings up second and 12 at the 35-yard line.
Second down, here's Eason. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
Third down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun is Eason. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his third interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Second and 8. Now a give, right side, it's Geis. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up third and about 6.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
From the gun on third down, Wentz. Open man, it's Rager. He's got it. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Rager, his second touchdown on the season. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Now a throw left sideline here is complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 3.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And able to find Dorsett. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Eason sets to throw it. Taking a shot for Samuel. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by nika007's. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
At the 15-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Another run with Sanders. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. To throw is Wentz. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. George Kittle, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. Throwing again. Eason. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
They're down 2 scores, and they need a quick one to try and get back into this one. That was one way to try and get it done. Unsuccessful in the attempt, but they have no choice but to keep trying.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Eason. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. The sack there by Brandon Graham, coming in and bringing him down to the ground. They're going on 4th down. Here's Eason. Got his target, Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Eason lines up and lets it go for Samuel. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
Here's 2nd and 10.
One, Omaha.
Now it's Carson. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Watch the pass. 13, 10.
There's Garoppolo to throw. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl corner Darius Slay. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly. But look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
At the 24-yard line.
They'll try and burn some clock with Geis. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
24-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short. To throw is Garoppolo. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Fletcher Cox, the former Mississippi State Bulldog, ringing the cowbell there on the sack.
3rd down.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score.
47 Mike, 47 Mike.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a fourth down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there.
56, Mike, 56, right there.
It's Geis on the counter, and he's going to get this one down to the 30. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Geis, the ball carrier. He was tackled at the 27-yard line. It's a gain of 3. And this is third.
They got to get it to the 21 here on third down. This is Geis on a handoff left. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. His longest run of the game right there, and a pretty good time for it. A huge third down conversion late.
Love the mindset. Love the way he flipped the switch late in the game, needed a big run, and helped produce it with great leverage from the offensive line. But you also know what happens, too. The defense stacks the line. So if you can break through that first barrier, there's usually plenty of room to run.
So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Eagles, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll get another road date next week as they're